shows that despite the economic situation Nigeria is in, people are looking for new ways to find bargain products, wider assortment of products at affordable prices. So I find it an interesting trend, and which is good. We have been holding a lot of buyer and seller focus groups, trying to understand what is making people tick, what is making them purchase goods, how everything is working for them. And I'm proud to say that a lot of the buyers told us that even if they go shop offline, they come to the site to check the prices of things before they go, so that they at least know when they need to bargain, they know where to start. So that's interesting. So I mean, online marketing is definitely, online e-commerce is definitely becoming more prominent within Nigeria and Africa in general. So these are some of the good things. Some of the challenges, as you guys know, there still remains. Cost of data is one of the major ones. Also things like logistics issues, limitations related to logistics, it's still there. Now at Jumia Market, we allow our sellers to do their own deliveries, which has been quite successful from the seller's perspective and buyer's perspective, because on Black Friday, if you place an order at 12 a.m. in the midnight, some sellers are already delivering them by 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, which is incredible. So yeah, I mean, it's overall 2016 has been a very busy year for us, where we see solid growth, where we saw a lot of improvements in the services that we provide, and also the brand merger that we have had, and yeah, we're definitely ending the year on a positive note. But it doesn't mean that we are where we would like to be. It's one of the things that we'll be focusing on 2017 is the social aspect of our site. How can we make it more social? How can we encourage more interaction between buyers and sellers? How can we, like, one of the things that I want, from a vision perspective, people should come to the site for as if they're treasure hunting. You just go and find time on the site, look at different products and find something, and then message their friends and say, hey, I found this, you should go and check it out. So I want to make sure that we have a good, healthy base of sellers who are independent, who are bringing interesting and unique products to the site, which they can sell it to their fellow shoppers. So that's going to be a bit of a focus for us. Now, what I would like to do is that you can ask any questions. Since I said this is an open forum, I just wanted to give a bit of an overview. And any one of us can try to answer.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I think we're saying good morning. Yeah. 7 minutes or so.
10 more minutes.
Good morning. My name is Octopus News General Manager Strategy for Jarosop. We are Nigeria's #1 career management portal. And we've been partnering with you for some time, especially in terms of promoting some of your content-related promotions. And we also do consulting on a small level for young people that want to enter the internet and social media space to do business. And just about 3 days ago, I had one of my clients interested in coming into the online space for online marketing and online sales. And she was like, I and my partners are going to Conga. So I said, it'll be fine, but I will consider going on Jumia, so market.jumia.com. And she was like, is Jumia bigger? I did my research and I said yes. But what I didn't have is the statistics to back my claim. Although I know if I go to Alexa, Jumia is ahead of Conga in terms of ranking in Nigeria. But it would be nice if you guys had like your statistics ready, so that people can actually check what are your stats from this year, or in terms of volumes of sales, customer reach, and all that, in terms of visitor traffic on your website. If all those stats are available, it would be easier for newbies to understand the dynamics and the scale of the market in which you're operating. Because despite the fact that internet penetration is quite getting high in Nigeria, there's still a lot of people that don't know anything about online market business or online marketing. You'll be surprised at how big that demographic is in Nigeria. So to make that easy for people to understand your brand, I think it's important that you simplify some of the statistics and even some of your partners. We have those statistics ready. It makes our job easier because I don't have to start searching for the stats, trying to break them down into bits that the person can understand. And the second point I would like you guys to consider, although I'm not sure how much it affects your business because you already look aware, but there are a lot of restrictions on online payments in Nigeria. You want to shop abroad and some of the cards are not working and stuff like that. So I don't know if you are interested in, and especially because of the fact that you are also outside Nigeria and other markets, you might want to consider creating a payments processing service. It might not even be a collaboration, you understand, because of their scale, it might become profitable for them to actually start something that might want to write out PayPal in Nigeria and who knows how big it can grow. Because the limitation that PayPal has in Nigeria is also affecting commerce. You understand? Because people want to buy from Alibaba, all these other international shops, and they are finding it difficult to pay, they are looking for solutions. So it's something you might want to consider. So those are the points that I would like to.
Okay. Yeah. Let me start with your first point. It's in terms of numbers. We do share certain infographics and information, statistics, which is good to press every now and then. But there are certain things that we can share, and there are certain things that we cannot share. It's due to the nature of we're still a startup, and we're not a public company, so some of the numbers are basic commercial secrets that we cannot easily share. But one thing that I can tell you is that our growth rates are really healthy, especially compared to the beginning of the year. We did experience a slowdown around the mid-year, but we changed our focus a little bit, and the shifts, the pivot that we took in terms of our approach has paid off, and we are finishing the year on a very positive note with quite strong growth numbers. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot, whatever we share is already in the public domain, and then every now and then you should have already received something around the Black Friday performance for all Jumia companies. So we can have a little bit more of a background about how we are doing. If you have any specific questions, you can always reach out, and then I cannot guarantee that we will be able to give you a positive answer in every single one of them, but you can always reach out, and then we see what we can share. So that's number one. Number two, online payments you're absolutely right. In an ideal world, I wouldn't want to use cash. And times from now on, will we be using cash? To be honest with you, most of the online transaction, I do not think that's going to happen. How do I know that? Because that's where the world is going. You use cash because of limitations of every other possible payment system. In Nigeria, things are a little bit more tricky because CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, has limitations on online payment solutions. That includes things like mobile money, which is it's a very prominent way to conduct transactions, particularly in East Africa, but also now in Ghana and Ivory Coast, so on and so forth, right? An example in Kenya, Safaricom, it's M-Pesa, everyone uses it. It's hardly, even when you take Okada, what you do is that you do not pay the cash, you ask the phone number of the person and you send money to them. You don't carry cash. Why is it good? Because it's safer, you can keep track of it, and it's convenient. So this combination makes it very widely used. Now, unfortunately, there is no established mobile money solutions in Nigeria because of the issues with telcos and the government regulations. But one thing that I can tell you is that we are working on our own online payment platform, which is for Jumia Markets. You're going to see all across Jumia companies. But with Jumia Markets, it's going to be live within the first half of the year. So, as I said, in an ideal world, everything is online. You should not be using any hard currency, and that's the end goal. It's not easy because it's changing people's people's behavior. But once you can show people that it is the safest and the most convenient way to deal with it, just like everything else, I do not see why it would not stick.
I'm Steve Montana, immediate past editor of Independent.
Yes.
Jumia Market as a platform for bringing sellers and buyers together.
Yes.
I just want to know, because I know the kind of progress you buy online. What are you doing just as guys are local producers to bring their products online? Because mostly we buy electronics and all that, but how do you manufacturers? How are you working with them?
You know that we run a campaign around Independence Day. It's Buy Niger campaign. So we highlighted products that are goods that are produced in Nigeria. Now, I'm going to be frank with you. It's the problem with it is that yes, we can push it, we can encourage them, we bring online local manufacturers more on the side. But at the end of the day, if the buyers still have this perception that Nigerian products are suboptimal quality or it has worse quality than abroad products, this is a very difficult mindset to change. And we can do our part to say this just like, no, this is not the case. Highlight Nigerian products and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, we do not control buyers' purchase behaviors. I mean, with our sister company, Jumia launched Jumia Local, where if you are a Nigerian producer or if you're a Nigerian seller that you are selling products that are made in Nigeria, it has a lot of different benefits. Like you do not pay similar commissions, you pay a lot less commissions, you get a badge on your product, you're highlighted. Like, so there are a lot of positives to it. The question is that, okay, we can highlight it, but is that going to make the buyers want to buy these products? That is where we're having a little bit of difficulty with. So yes, we can do certain things from our end to encourage that, but it has to be a little bit better coordinated at a central level. So there's a campaign, a nationwide campaign that pushes use towards Nigerian products.
How has the acceptance of that been so far?
It has been okay. It is not where I would like to see it. I think it has a much higher products, and we had, I do not know, we had about 150 products that we were a little bit more. 600. No, how many sellers were there though?
About 50, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So about 50 sellers. Like we have, like that's the thing, right? We have thousands of active sellers, and when we boil it down, we have about 50 of them are the ones who produce their products in Nigeria.
My name is Tayo. I'm from Tribune Online, eng.com. You discover that most sellers, they still prefer to operate the traditional way. They are not online yet. What is Jumia doing to reach out to these people, especially those outside Lagos?
That's a good question. Yes, they like to continue traditional ways. What we do is that we have what we call Jumia Market Varsity. So for new sellers, we have workshops where we invite new sellers and they come and we educate them on online marketing, online business, how to run a shop, and so on and so forth. And then they activate, and within our seller management team, we support them. So if they get their first order, we know, we make a phone call to them, we say, hey, now you receive your first order, do you know what you need to do? So we kind of hold their hands throughout the process for the first few times, so till they get used to it. Of course, some of them are successful, some of them are not successful, and it's just the nature of the business. It's admittedly, our focus has been Lego sellers mostly. In 2017, this is one of the go-forward strategies that we would like to expand a little bit to some of the other bigger cities, like starting with maybe Ibadan, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Calabar, and Nibu. So we do have plans to increase the visibility for sellers in some of the other cities across Nigeria.
Thank you.